Guys, listen up. Right now in March 2026, the crypto market is full of projects that are completely worthless. Most tokens out there were created not just to raise money, not because they actually need to exist. And when the dust settles, the vast majority are going straight to zero. But there's one asset that is built completely different. One that is about to decouple from the entire token market and leave everything else in the dust. If you're holding XRP, this is the video you've been waiting for. Welcome back to Suban on XRP, the place where we cut through the hype and focus on what actually matters for XRP holders. If you want clear, no BS breakdowns on XRP, utility, news, and what's really driving this asset in 2026, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Suban on XRP and hit the bell so you can never miss an update. Let's dive in. Here's the harsh truth most people don't want to hear. The majority of cryptocurrencies have zero real utility. Teams build exciting blockchains, then slap a token on top just to raise funds. They come up with a purpose later, or sometimes never. Blockchains can run perfectly fine without a token, but investors keep mining these tokens hoping the price goes up without ever asking the most important question. Why does this token even need to exist? Why does this price need to rise? Too many projects are just clever fundraising machines. The team sells the story, dumps tokens on retail, and the token itself adds nothing to the actual technology. If the token disappeared tomorrow, the project would keep running. That's a massive red flag. This is happening across the industry right now. And it's why so many altcoins bleed out over time while the hype dies. Now let's talk about XRP. XRP is not an afterthought. It is the native asset of the XRP Ledger, and the ledger literally cannot function without it. The XRP Ledger is a decentralized, neutral global exchange for value. XRP is the security, the governance token, and the fuel that makes the entire system work. Remove XRP and the whole thing stops. That is real, irreplaceable utility. This is why XRP has always stood apart. It wasn't created to raise money for Ripple. It was created because network demands it. Brad Garlinghouse himself has called XRP the heartbeat and the North Star of the entire ecosystem. That's not marketing, that's engineering reality. But it gets even better. XRP is positioned as the ultimate liquid bridge asset. Instead of every asset needing its own trading pairs with every other asset, which creates massive illiquidity, everything becomes liquid to XRP first. One central neutral bridge that consolidates all liquidity. If the XRP Ledger succeeds at scale, and we're already seeing the early signs with institutional adoption and EFT inflows, huge amounts of value will flow through XRP. Billions in derivatives, cross-border payments, tokenized assets, all routed through XRP. That means a ton of XRP has to be locked up to provide that liquidity. You cannot have a tiny price if the future plays out. The math simply doesn't work. Success demands a much higher XRP price. Compare that to something like Chainlink. It's a top 10 token, but you could literally remove the Link token tomorrow and the Oracle network would still run fine. You can pay with credit cards or stablecoins. That's the difference. XRP is the product. Most other tokens are just add-ons. This is the XRP Decoupling Movement. While the rest of the token market fight over who has the best marketing, XRP is quietly building the infrastructure the world actually needs. If you're in XRP, you're not gambling on hype. You're positioned in the one asset with genuine, non-negotiable utility. Stay focused, stay informed, and let the fundamentals do the heavy lifting. This video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial, investment, tax, or legal advice. Cryptocurrency is highly volatile, and you can lose all of your money. Always do your own research and consult a licensed professionals before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Thanks for watching Suban on XRP. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash the like button if this helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go XRP.